Once again, you already know what it is, and you already know where you have reached the number one collaborative professional wrestling podcast anywhere in the world. That's right. The Buffalo Bills won last night. They are the AFC East champions. My New York Giants ended the season on a high note, but that's kind of irrelevant at this point because the only thing I care about, Conrad, is being right. I enjoy being right. And this means that my preseason, you're my witness, preseason Super Bowl pick, the Buffalo Bills, are very much alive and well. There's some other things I predicted that didn't come true. Whatever. We're going to definitely get into that tonight, along with some wonderful offerings that Triller TV is going to be giving us over the weekend. Battle in the Valley, TNA pay-per-view, the return of TNA pay-per-view this Saturday. A lot of things going on. It's going to be a crazy, crazy weekend. Crazy week in wrestling. It's National Championship night, too. Good God almighty. Like, everything is going on, man. Royal Rumble in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But it all starts here, Clash of the Podcast. So, for the 71st consecutive time without fail, I say to my brother from another mother, Conrad, drop that thing.
Welcome, everybody. The voice is back. I want to give a big shout out to my good friends over at Halls. Thank you guys so much for the cough drops and all that stuff. I had to recover. I have not done a show since we did our last one, Sean. But the voice is back. I'm feeling a little bit better, and we're still on the road to recovery, but we're back. Thank you, everybody who was in here. Sean mentioned it at the top. We are doing a giveaway for the code for Battle in the Valley. You're going to have to come speak to me if you want that code. So we're going to be in here. We're going to be talking about it. We're going to select someone by the end of this podcast to watch Battle in the Valley for free. We're going to talk about the event. If it interests you, let us know. Let's get into these shout-outs, man. We got a lot to talk about this week, so let's waste no time. Joel, send in the $2 super chat. Super chats are always appreciated. Thank you guys so much for that. He sends in the super chat and says, "Hey, Conrad, Sean, let's go Bills." And I saw, you know what? I'm going to address a hater comment real quick. I don't know if this is for us, but I have a feeling it is, Derek. Don't get mad because your boy Bill's getting fired. They're going to politely let him go. He did his time, Bill Belichick. It's okay, bro. It's okay. Don't be mad at the Buffalo Bills. Not only did we lock up the wild card spot, but then we took the number 2 seed. Don't be mad. We didn't need help. We did what we had to do. We won out. That's what we had to do, and that's what we did. Stop the hate, Derek. Ray Thompson in the chat. He says, "Happy Monday, guys. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Looking forward to Raw later. Really hyped for the Hard to Kill pay-per-view this weekend." Okay, I like to see some TNA love in the chat. I feel like we will get Rock versus Roman at Elimination Chamber and still get Cody versus Roman at Mania. That is also on the docket for tonight. And I'm going to let Sean decide if we start with that or if we end with that. But I feel like it's got to be...
We're definitely ending with that. And I want to give my friend Ray Thompson some love and let him know that massively sarcastic eye roll that I just gave was not meant for him. It's meant for Dwayne.
Here we go. This is going to be a fun episode tonight. Trust me. Also, I put in the chat, please make sure that you guys still get your votes in for the EPW awards. We're getting real close to wrapping that up and locking it down. Me and Rob need your vote. So if you have not voted in the 10 categories, please get those in for us. We thank you. Sir Quills says, "What up, Conrad? Sean, your boy Sir Quills is back with my 2 favorite bros, CJ and Hubbs, for episode 71. Am I spelling that right?
FJ Malkin.
Okay. The edition of Clash of the Podcast. This should be interesting, so let's get it. I'm gonna have to. I don't remember what teams that that played for her. Happy Monday, y'all. Oh, come on, Vinny. Vinny, what you doing to me? My Steelers are in the playoffs. Love you, Kyrie, but your Bills are going down. God bless as always, fam. Vinny, we're gonna be at war next Sunday at 1 p.m., baby. So we'll see what happens, man. I'm impressed though that the Steelers made it in. I'll give them that because there were times where I thought they were down and out. Tomlin's a heck of a coach.
Tomlin, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, Tomlin's a heck of a coach. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, get rid of him, blah, blah, blah. Nah, he's good, man, in my eyes. I'm a fan of him. I like the Lions coach as well. Winners win, baby. That's what I always say. And Quills remind everyone 4 years in a row. I appreciate it. Pro Wrestling Shoots in the house. Hey, by the way, did you know we're going to be on Sean Hubbard's YouTube channel, which is linked in the description box below? We are going to be doing a Royal Rumble preview over there, discussing everything with the Royal Rumble. It'll be Sean himself, obviously. He has graciously let me appear on the show, and Pro Wrestling Shoot will also be appearing on the show. I think that's going to be a fun one.
Yep. Thursday, January 25th. Really excited about it. Looking forward to seeing everybody there.
Be there or be square. I'm not allowed to do this one.
Leezy, Faux, Sheezy. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Let's start off the big weekend of a week of wrestling with the best pro wrestling podcast in the game, and let's go Bills. Thank you, Emily. We appreciate you, and we appreciate your interaction on social media. Very, very much appreciated.
Matt always throwing the retweets out there, showing love, liking stuff. So thank you for that, Matt. That is always appreciated. I
gotta give Emily a lot of credit. Also, he is probably one of the main catalysts. Of course, you being a main catalyst as well, Conrad, but one of the main catalysts outside of our network that is really pushing this Royal Rumble retro and preview on the 25th of January. So thank you, Emily. We really appreciate that.
Let's see here. Eric Douglas said, let's go Texans. Hey. Another Monday, another clash. Go Steelers. Uh-oh, I got 2 Steelers fans I'm going to have to be dealing with next week. What up, Doug? XG Dub in the house. Hello. Always appreciate you leaving comments afterwards. BJ said, happy Monday, y'all. BJ, thank you for filling in for me at the last minute on Wednesday because the boy's voice was not going to make it. He said, happy Monday, y'all. Hopefully everyone is feeling better and good and ready to talk wrestling. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look at Derek. Admit they needed that help, though. Derek, if it makes you feel better, thank you to the Tennessee Titans for helping us out. Does that make you feel good?
My guy, Derek.
Don't give him too much, Sean. Don't give him too much. All right? The Bills are in. That's all that matters. That's a fact. You're not having the biggest box office match at 7 a.m., Vinny said.
The only Vinny I like.
That's a fact. The other one is referred to as Gomez around here. Didn't know you were sick. Hope you're getting better, but yeah, I'm still on the mend. Oh, here we go. Dwayne.
Nope. That's his name. Unless you want me to call him Tooth Fairy.
We're going to get into this. This is going to be it. McKinney said, yo, I'm here to talk wrestling with the Butch and Sundance of Monday. Clash of the podcast, the Fire live chat. Let y'all know that people that live in glass houses shouldn't throw hard-ish. That's true.
The biblical reference with the swag on the end. I appreciate that.
Oh, that's Malkin. Yo, bro. My brain's not working. Hockey. Malkin from the Penguins along with Sidney Crosby. Yes. I shake my fist at those guys, though, because they were too good for a long time. Doug says 17 seasons, absolutely 0 losing record years as coach. Tomlin is the man. That is true.
I just wanted to, before we get into this next comment, I just wanted to say that I forgot to say something at the top that was very important. Number one, big shout out to Conrad, EPW in the building. Big shout out to myself, Hubbard Wrestling in the building. I just want to say very importantly that I'm swag surfing today. I got hypnotic, exotic polo on my body, got a bad chick beside me, and her friend right beside me. Yes, I just want to let you guys know that. That was just something I forgot to say at the beginning.
Rob, do not put... I think he's on the Steelers now, but I am not a fan of Levi Wallace. Do not ever bring him back, Buffalo. Never again. That man caused me so much pain some seasons where he would just miss and blow a play, but Levi Wallace is on the Steelers now, and he better not show up against us. That's all I'm going to say. We got people making predictions. Motor City Madness this week. Wolverines tonight. Lions on Saturday. It sounds like it's busy in MI. Let's go. I'm glad, though. Really looking forward to your Rumble podcast. That is my favorite event of the year. Oh, we're going to be talking Rumble all over the place. Here, there. And when it gets to Mania time, it's going to get crazy. I love it. You know what? And I want to send a shout out to the Six Pack. I talked to Kyron yesterday from there. And yeah, he was just talking about how fun it was to just talk football. Then we got into a little bit of the wrestling stuff. So let me send some love out to everybody over there. Mountie, Malik, Rambo, Mark, you know how it goes. Appreciate all of you guys, man. Pro Wrestler Shoots that I might actually catch this next TNA pay-per-view and see how the rebranding goes. Seahawks have no postseason. Screw football. Sorry, bud. Easy E said, yo. Dwayne, we talk about Dwayne Gill. Here we go. Here we go. I love it. I love it. And we got people making it. Y'all got them. Did you, Sean, please tell me. I don't know if I sent this to you or not. Did you see the shots at Tony Khan and the Jaguars from CBS and WWE Fox account?
I did. They were talking a lot of crap.
Don't ever tell me that they're not petty.
Oh,
they're not.
They're extremely petty.
There was no reason. They don't ever talk football, ever. They sell them championship belts, and that's the most I ever heard about them talking football. Then all of a sudden, that was not elite Jacksonville. And I was like, okay. I'm just letting people know.
WWE themselves.
Deanna, welcome. Vinny said Josh Allen's throwing the game losing pick to Levi Wallace. I will need a fan to make that tackle just for us because he didn't do one of those for us ever. WWE Troll was elite. Yeah, that was wrong, man. WWE was wild. I'll allow it. All right. When they mention now the next time, why is AEW mentioned in WWE? I don't want to hear it. Just throwing it out there. Let's get into the show tonight, Sean. You said you want to start with TNA? TNA first?
Jump into the pay-per-view preview first.
I'm glad you said that. So if you guys do want to watch this new TNA event, have we talked enough about them? Do you feel like you've said everything you've needed to say about the rebranding, or do you want to say anything else about it?
I mean, I'll just kind of piggyback off of what's already been said, which is that it's an exciting twist. I don't think it'll make much difference. I don't say that to be funny or to bring any levity to the situation. I'm being very genuine when I say that. It's going to be kind of hard to put that genie of 2010 back into the bottle, but I sincerely hope so. I mean, TNA brought me one of the greatest moments in the history of wrestling in 2004 off the top of the steel cage, AMW versus Christopher Daniels and I'm drawing a blank. Lord have mercy.
I feel like I'm watching my son do Taekwondo. This is one of the moves. I'm like,
remind me.
Triple X.
Thank you.
My man, prime time Elix Skiffering, Christopher Daniels.
With the Enzuigiri off the top of the 15-foot high steel cage. So it's going to be hard to put that genie back into a bottle, but I like they're making the attempt. And I sincerely hope it works out. And I'll be watching the pay-per-view this weekend.
I'm right there with you on it. There are 3 ways to watch this pay-per-view. You guys can watch it on TNA Plus. They have their own streaming app through Endeavor. One day I'll talk about how I feel about that. Pay-per-view and our good friends, formerly known as Fight, Triller TV is another great way to watch the event. It's going to be Saturday, January 13th in Las Vegas, Nevada. So it's going to be interesting. We got 3 matches lined up for the pre-show here. I figured we can go through this, talk, give some predictions maybe on it. I'm happy TNA's back. TNA at one point was my favorite company to watch. There were some times I can tell you some great storylines. Now listen, Sean, don't dog me for this, but I was a fan of parts of the Aces and Eight storyline. That was because I was a big Sons of Anarchy fan, but I like that.
Not
I
alone.
was a
Not alone.
I was a fan of no, but sometimes you don't learn stuff until later. At the time, I was a big fan of like Austin Aries in the Option C. I loved it. I thought it was great. Aries was one of the best performers they had. He was dominating the X division, and then they came up with a way for him to challenge for the world title. We also had I love when it was Beer Money versus Kurt Angle. Robert Roode was supposed to get his big chance. He loses to an injured Kurt Angle. Then the next night, James Storm comes in and beats him. And Robert Roode's jealousy takes over, nails him with the beer bottle. Crazy story that they told her. Then Robert Roode goes on to be the longest reigning champ after he turns on his brother. So many good things. And I hope that we get that feeling back with this, with what they're pulling here. So TNA Hard to Kill. Here's what we got on to the countdown show. Tommy Dreamer is going to be defending the Digital Media Championship. I do not like the name of that title. I wish they would change it. Against Crazy Steve. How do you feel about old Tommy Dreamer still in wrestling?
Tommy Dreamer is like that old watch that's correct 2 times a day.
What do you mean by this, bro?
I'm just saying, like, even an old clunky jacked up watch is correct 2 times a day. So big shout out to one of those 2 times. He's either ECW champion or the digital media champion or the I'm an old guy who no longer should be in wrestling, but I get a championship guy. Like, I mean, it's all good. I hope to God Crazy Steve wins.
I think Crazy Steve needs to win as well, just to have somebody different in that spot. That's who I'm picking here. I don't. There's a story to this. They've been doing it for a few months now, but I'm okay. I'm okay with whatever this is. Like, do it. Cool. Great. They also have a match on here that's going to harken back to like the originals kind of versus the newer guys in TNA. You're going to get the originals Eric Young and Frankie Kazarian versus Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers with Alicia Edwards in their corner.
I'm going to go with Edwards and Myers on this match. I think that's the only way to go.
Yeah, I mean, I do like seeing Eric Young still in there. Eric Young still trying to go at it. These are guys who were at like the 2002 shows.
Well, I like Eric Young too, and that's pretty much it.
Oh, not a fan of Kazarian, man? Come on. I like Kaz, man. Kaz always impressed me.
You would like, you like everybody, Conrad. Tell me somebody you don't like.
Well, listen.
Back on me. I am so. You know what? I've been waiting to say this to you all day, probably for months now. You are too freaking nice, man. Who don't you like?
Let me tell you why I like Kazarian.
Besides Road Dogg, who don't you like?
Did you see the ridiculousness today? I'm a better entertainer than MJF. This dude is wildin', bro. There's no way y'all can there is no more quote tweeting Road Dogg. Do not tag me in Road Dogg quote tweets. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of BG James. I'm tired of what was his name in Bullet Bob's son? I don't even remember. He was something in WCW in the early days where he was just getting beat down. Listen, get this guy out of here with his wild takes. You were Road Dogg, bro. Road Dogg. You were the roadie for Jeff Jarrett. Stop this.
Let's slow down. Let's slow down a little bit.
No. We're not going to slow down. Disrespecting Bret the Hitman Hart, MJF, he is losing his mind, bro. You and Billy Gunn were a good tag team. A great tag team, I'll even say. Do not come on here, though, and act like Getting Rowdy was getting over. Do not get over here and start talking wild like that, bro. He cannot say, I'm a better sports entertainer than MJF.
All right.
Tell me one time you bought a ticket to see Road Dogg. Someone in the chat tell me. Tell me.
Okay, well, all right, a couple things. Number one, I'm clearly wrong.
Free Life Crew?
No. Clearly you do dislike someone, so I salute you for acknowledging that. Thank you. I just want
else on my list too if you want to make me real mad.
I just want to make sure, because it's like you have a good heart, bro, but it's like I'm trying to get you fired up, bro. But anyway, that fired you up. So that's number one. Number two, Road Dogg was over in DX, but then again, the reason why he was over is because he was in DX. It wasn't because of him.
Well, I'll even say you're wrong there.
Okay.
DX leached off of the New Age Outlaws popularity at the time. I think Shawn and Hunter were going to pick them up anyway.
All right, so there you go. So at the end of the day, Road Dogg is not a complete failure, but him putting his lips to fixing his mouth to say something about Bret Hart, I don't know what he's thinking. There's something very wrong here.
He knows what he's doing. It's podcast clicks, bro.
Yeah.
It's podcast clicks, all right? And I will not stand for this foolery. Now, let me put this back up because Kazarian's getting his flowers real quick. Kazarian and Christian Cage have a ladder match that is excellent that people should go back and check out in the archives.
When was that?
07 or 08. I can't remember which year it was.
07.
But 07?
07.
It was a heck of a ladder match.
I'm sure it was.
And I want people to go back and check it out.
Come on, Conrad. Please stop, bro. Like, stop.
No, dude. Kazarian was not known as anything back then, though. He was like Raven's side guy. And he went out there and he crushed it. I took notice. I was like, yo, this dude actually has something. He's really good.
Ricochet is an amazing athlete. Does that mean that Ricochet is like a household name? That we should give Ricochet flowers?
I think he should be.
I mean, are we giving Logan Paul flowers?
Yeah, I mean he's solid.
Are we giving the Polish power
Ivan Putski?
Ivan Putski.
Nothing wrong with Ivan Putski.
Great athlete went out of style with Bob Backlund, bro. Like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, honestly, the whole world of wrestling has me mad right now, bro. I'm not really in the cap. Like, I'm really angry right now. The whole world of wrestling has me mad right now, bro. I mean, across the board. I'll give New Japan credit. I'll give TNA credit for trying to mix it up. But the two main companies right now, bro,
Shout out to Terrell who joined us in the chat. I see you. I'm still trying to catch up on comments, so I'm going to kind of scroll through some of these. But listen, not wrong, bro. Not wrong in how you feel with some of this stuff. Like I said, I'm sure we're going to be beefing later.
Oh, we're gonna be beefing later.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be bad.
We're definitely, because I got something for you, bro, and everybody else.
Okay, I got something for you too. That's fine.
I'm not, because I've been waiting for this all week, ever since last Monday when everybody was so happy. Let's finish up with this stuff. Let's give this the attention it deserves.
Yeah, Rich Swann versus Steve Maclin. This I felt very weird about because these are two former world champions in TNA, and they're on the Countdown show.
I will admit, and all levity aside, very stunned that a match of this caliber is on the pre-show. No idea how that happened.
Dude, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you how, but maybe they were just trying to get them on. Steve Maclin, I don't know if anybody saw, his wife, Deonna Purrazzo, just signed with AEW. He was at the show. People saw him when she made her debut, kind of on the side watching. Rich Swann is someone who I was always a big fan of when he was in the Cruiserweight division, even in WWE. So I hope these two guys go out there and crush it, and I hope they have plans for these guys in the future moving forward. I'm going to leave that right where it is. Hard to Kill, though. Worlds will collide on January 13th, and you won't believe who is showing up. Sean, do you feel this is a tease for somebody? It has to be, right?
Tease, but you need to stop putting so much on these. Look, you're TNA. We love you for the lineage. We love you for the history. Stop talking about massive debuts when it's not going to be a massive debut. There's nobody on the market that would make it a massive debut, Conrad. It's not going to be Mercedes Moné.
I'm just saying, if they can pull it off to get a 3-match deal out of her or something, I would do it.
Right. I hear you. I mean, and in that case, I would gladly say I'm wrong, and I would agree with you 100%. But it's not going to be Mercedes Moné. So then you're really putting yourself in a corner. I don't know. How about having an 8-month storyline where a masked man ends up being the guy we knew it was all along? I mean, you can't. I'm just saying. I hate when these really wonderful, and I love. We talked about this off the air. I love Impact Wrestling. I love TNA. I just want them to make smarter decisions, bro. Simple things like smaller arenas. Simple things like not putting so much on a debut that's going to end up being lackluster. Just have them debut. You don't have to look. The TNA reboot is enough to get people watching, right? You don't have to announce a major return. Just have somebody return.
Well, they have been off air since it's almost been like a month, I'd say. They've been off air. They've been showing highlight clips, rerun shows.
Listen to what I'm saying, Conrad. In a situation that TNA is in, TNA already has eyes open because they're rebooting the TNA brand. That's enough to get people. More people are ordering the pay. I've done my homework. The pay-per-view buys are up about 10%. So we're looking good in that regard, right? I'm sure Triller TV's thrilled about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, don't tease a major, monumental debut when it's going to end up being somebody that's not going to move the needle. Everybody's going to be what? Just have somebody debut. If you're going to debut Matt Cardona, debut Matt Cardona. If you're going to debut whoever, debut whoever. But if you're going to debut, I think his contract's still pending, unfortunately, so it's not possible. But if you're going to debut Drew McIntyre, debut Drew McIntyre. But just don't preface it. Oh, monument. You put yourself into a bad spot. You paint yourself into a corner. I'm so tired of seeing these companies that I want to see do well.
They're trying to get that. They're trying to get that buy power though, because
I know that, but it's a bad decision.
Because I don't think tickets sold as well as they thought they were for this. Because they have been doing smaller arenas. TNA has been.
No, it's not Mercedes Moné. It's not going to be Mercedes Moné.
Then I don't know who's going to live up to that name brand that they're talking about. I mean, I really don't want to see. I'll just call him Mr. MLW. I don't want to see him over there really right now.
Right.
Yeah, I would love to see maybe Ali if you can get him. But Ali looks like he's not signing anywhere. He looks like he's trying to drive his price up. Let me show you what I can do first.
Even if it was Ali, who I respect, let me go on record with that too. I respect Mustafa Ali. Is Mustafa Ali a needle mover?
Not at this point in time.
Oh, so come on, just stop painting yourself into a corner. Just stop. Sometimes less is more, Conrad.
Yeah. I mean, listen. I hope that whomever it is, that it's good and it's good for them. Because here's the other thing, Sean. They don't get the same chance at free agents like other people do.
I agree.
Everybody's either trying to go to WWE or AEW. Impact's got the money for a couple of them, but why would I go there? Why would I do that? Creating 3 big brands, imagine how much fun that would be for people. Then you could really shuffle the deck around. But it's always hard when they're trying to be ECW right now. Like, look, we're a third option for you to come here. We're really cool and look at what we're doing.
And another thing, and that's why, and I want to kind of backtrack a little bit. I have a lot of respect for Tommy Dreamer. You can't have Tommy Dreamer holding one of your major championships on a pay-per-view of this magnitude. This is the reboot of total nonstop action wrestling. This is Kurt Angle. This is AJ Styles. This is Samoa Joe. This is, let's call it spade. This is Hulk Hogan. I know, I'm not happy to say it, but it's true. Okay.
Hogan with Dixie on the leg. Don't go, please.
But I mean, am I wrong? I'm not wrong. Right?
I don't know if he ever added value, but yeah.
Okay, fair enough. This is Sting. This is Jeff Hardy, right? So this needs to be as big as you can make it. Now, I just said his name. If Kurt Angle's coming back, that's a big deal. If he's like the new commissioner or something, that would be a big deal. But we can move on.
No, you're not wrong. And people just mentioned Kaz and Kurt Angle on there. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough for them to live up to that. That was my fear, and it looks like you're kind of in agreement with me with that.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into PCO versus Dirty Dango with I still call him Vladimir Kozlov.
Mm-hmm.
Oleg, I think it's Produdius. I can't remember Oleg, but it's Vladimir Kozlov with Alpha Bravo, Johnny Bravo. You guys remember him. Dangle's kind of in this I'm not a wrestler type of gimmick. I don't know what they're trying to do with this. I don't know if the fans are really feeling this, but PCO is someone who has a lot of respect for what he has done. The former Jean-Pierre Lafitte, one of the Quebecers. PCO's been around for many, many years.
One of the most satisfying things in my journalistic career, doing this with you, doing this on my own, is seeing PCO win the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship. It was one of the most. I wrote an article about it. Go into the archive, read the article I wrote about PCO a couple years ago. This guy, this guy is an inspiration. This guy is an inspiration. He is somebody who lays his body on the line. He's doing Cactus Jack stuff. Cactus Jack was in his prime when he was doing stuff that PCO is doing. PCO is clearly past his prime and just turning back the clock every time he gets into the ring. PCO, I would venture to say PCO is like top 5, one of my favorite wrestlers in the industry.
PCO took his legacy, and you know how they say like grab it and you take control of it? That's what he did. He wanted to be remembered, and it all started, I think, with a match with Walter on the indie scene, where Walter just beat him down and he kept coming back. Amazing. Give me PCO to win this one as well.
Same.
We got a question in the chat from Joel. He said, Sean Conrad, do you think it means WWE and TNA are working together? We've seen rumors swirling, Sean. What do you think about that?
I think WWE is too selfish and too narcissistic to make that kind of decision.
They did let Mickie James show up in the Women's Rumble. Now, that was more of a desperation because they don't have enough people to fill the Women's Rumble. I think they're better now.
It was desperation. Let me give you your flowers for saying that. 100% correct. And it was also to WWE's benefit. Is WWE sending any WWE people over to TNA? Because they're selfish and narcissistic.
Haven't since Christian.
WWE doesn't care about wrestling. Let me say, World Wrestling Entertainment doesn't care about the wrestling part. They care about the entertainment part. And WWE is not willing to share. Yes, they brought in Mickie James. That was to WWE's benefit. They will not do anything. They're not going to sit up here. I guess the only thing I think they did that I thought was really cool and selfless instead of selfish, they allowed AJ Styles to be on a vignette to honor Impact Wrestling a couple years ago. That was cool. I was very surprised by that.
Yeah, and I loved when Rock showed up, too. That was the same thing. Rock showed up, I think, to do, was it Ken Shamrock's Hall of Fame induction. I thought that was really cool.
But Dwayne Johnson's an independent contractor, right?
But I like that he didn't let them dictate what he's going to do. Okay. They try to do that to people on the outside. For those who don't know, they will say, oh, absolutely not.
And by the way, when I said Dwayne Johnson right there, I was actually not being sarcastic for a change. I really was being genuine. I think Dwayne Johnson's an independent contractor.
I don't know if that's how they did it. He said Ziggler. Yeah, maybe he shows up. A lot of people are saying the Worlds Collide thing. BJ, so I got 3 Steelers fans against me. I see you. Scott Demore doesn't pull a TK with major announcements like we are putting tickets on sale for All In 2024. I hope not. That was bad too. Mercedes coming to TNA. I've gotten my laugh for today. Thanks, CJ. I'm not saying time out. No, but Sean, didn't I say it last week on the prediction show? I'm not saying she's coming in and staying there. I'm saying she might come in for a cup of coffee while she's waiting.
Which makes it worse. You know what makes me mad about you, Conrad? You know what?
She can have good matches in there.
You know what infuriates me about you?
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what infuriates me about you. And okay. It really pisses me off.
Okay, go ahead.
You are smarter than me as it relates to pro wrestling. You're ultra intelligent when it comes to this genre of entertainment. Why would that be to TNA's benefit to have Mercedes Moné come in for 3 matches? That would be worse. That would be worse.
You spend low quality money on it.
Low quality money?
Yes.
You're not coming in for less than $250 a match, bro.
She's not going to get crazy bread like that. She comes in, She gets to work with Trinity.
Not what I
Maybe
heard.
it's a tag match, whatever. Well, we're gonna get into that too.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is this was my thought before that was before this news came out.
Right.
Remember this with the predictions, folks. We
Right.
didn't know this before.
Right.
So my thought process was she could come in when TNA says our pay-per-view prices have risen up 20%. Who's going to take all the credit? Whoever this debuting person is going to take the credit for it. They're like, I did that. Because they were all wondering who debuted.
They shouldn't. The TNA reboot is what's causing the uptick in sales.
I would agree. But someone's going to come in and take credit. And then if it stays, they're going to take credit for that. Because then, well, we did something right for people to do it. Joel says, I believe it will be something big if it's another company they are working with or a new name. I don't know who else they could work with. Like I said, Sean made his point clear before. If it's WWE or AEW, they don't really have much to gain from it. What are they getting? Maybe AEW should have did it when they didn't have their women's division
Now, AEW
up in there.
Possible. AEW possible. But my question to you is, see, this is what you're not understanding, Conrad. I think your idea is a great idea. My question is, since when does World Wrestling Entertainment act benevolent and try?
Not my idea. Not my idea. That was a question we got.
Oh, your idea was the Mercedes Monet. I apologize. Your idea was Mercedes Monet. Joel was the one with the WWE collaboration. Okay, so my question to Joel and the entire chat would be: since when does WWE ever shown benevolence in doing something that doesn't benefit them? Never. Never. The only time they've done it, I take that back. Not never. In 1997, he threw Paul Heyman a bone for ECW. And even that was to WWE's benefit because that was about the time they were starting to lose ratings.
And they were just cherry picking people when they wanted them back. Give me Al Snow back.
They're selfish over there, bro. You know that. They're selfish.
McKinney's feeling you too on using the word monumental. Tommy Dreamer wants to be a world champ. 6 says in 2024. Ha, keep dreaming, Tommy. I mean, the Digital Media Championship's the equivalent of like the European title. I think they should get rid of that belt personally, but.
And you had to explain that to me. The Digital Media title is the new version of the World Television title. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Rob says wrestling fans are notorious for hyping themselves up and blaming their self-inflicted disappointment on their company of choice. That is true sometimes with some of the announcements. Let me see. All right, Pro Wrestling Shoot said they're going to catch up with us, but Charlie Dempsey went over to AJPW. Yeah, I mean, I think he was chosen because of his father too. I mean, I'm not going to lie and be like, yeah. So I'm thinking about WWE being more open to a partnership.
Joel, if you're right, I would be floored. I would be dumbfounded. And I will come back next week right here on Clash of the Podcast with my brother Conrad. And Joel, you're a brother too. I would be more than happy to say I was wrong and I don't know how it happened, but God bless, they finally stopped being selfish SOBs.
It'll be crazy if they can find a way to pull it off. Let's get back to the card, though, here, because TNA has to figure out how to pull off some new things, and they are doing a Knockouts Ultimate X match. This is quite interesting, I think, to see. They are going to have Tasha Steelz, Alicia Edwards, Giselle Shaw, Jody Threat, Zaya Brookside, and Danny Luna in this one. Lots of up-and-comers. I know Tasha Steelz was the champ once. I'm trying to remember if Giselle Shaw won it. I don't think so. Who are you liking in this one?
I'm about to say something to you that I don't think you've heard me say in months. I really like this.
See?
I really like this. I really like this match.
Positivity is contagious.
Yes, I really like this match, and my pick is Giselle Shaw. A woman's Ultimate X match is an amazing concept. I love it.
I mean, that's what they've always done, though, I feel, is they try to push different things. And I like that they made some pickups from NXT UK. Like that, I thought those were good pickups.
100%.
Zaya Brookside was just sitting there. I mean, and listen, I think AEW cannot pick up every single person that's out there. They just can't do it. You got to pick and choose. You got to be real picky and choosy with who you want. Who do you think wins this? Who needs this win? Because Tasha Steelz has kind of been on the sidelines.
I just mentioned I thought that Giselle Shaw was going to be victorious.
You know what? I'm leaning towards the same because I cannot think of Giselle Shaw being a champion at any point in time with the Knockouts title. I'm going to go with Giselle Shaw as well out of all of those folks. Let me see here. He said, y'all got to put a little respect on the OG Tommy Dreamer, acting like he pulling matches like Flair's last during on the regular.
No. Not that bad.
No, he's not that bad. Tommy still has something to offer to the business. I just think Tommy is best used in a backstage role at this point. But I think he's got great ideas for some of the stuff that I hear him at least say. So I'm not too mad at him for that. There's a new person in that chair. Okay, these guys are having a conversation. AEW gave Impact enough charity in the lockdown. Kenny was all over that show. Yeah, I get mad when Impact fans try to say that didn't do anything. Like Kenny Omega drove, what was it, viewers up 40% or something that episode he was on. Quills is saying Tasha Steelz, please. I'm mad Kylan King's not in Ultimate X. Tasha Steelz about to become a 2-time Ultimate X winner. Could be. Jordo, welcome. First time I've seen you in the chat. Welcome. Let's see. Tasha Steelz, it's her time, Jocelyn says.
It's her time.
It's time. Sean never held the Knockouts title. Yeah. I'm going with Sean. I think Sean is on to something there when it comes to that. Now, one of my favorite divisions right now in TNA is the tag division. By the way, you saw the new belts?
Very nice.
I like them. The red straps on the new ones.
I like it. That's a very nice looking design.
I like the X division one too with the X in the middle. That was cool.
Listen, TNA's trying, man. They're trying.
Yeah, that's my point. That's what I want people to at least say. Like, don't say like these dudes they're like the roaches of professional wrestling. No matter what happens, whatever hit this city, there will be anything left but the only things left will be Twinkies, roaches, and TNA wrestling because I don't know how they have survived all these times with bad stuff that happened to them. They always find a way out. And like you said, they're trying, man. And look at this lineup here for the tag division. You got ABC versus the Rascals versus grizzled young. I may have to put myself on screen so I can shake when I say it. Grizzled young veterans Mike Bailey and Trent Seven. The grizzled young veterans.
They kind of changed it up a little bit to make it. Yeah, I like that.
I'm just glad they're back and they stopped looking foolish like they had them looking in NXT.
Yep.
But you know, it was only before Triple H took over it was a problem. Okay. So, what do you think of this for the tag division? There's a lot of choices there that you could put those titles on. Trent Seven, another NXT UK guy who's just been sitting there.
Listen, I cannot and will not look at that lineup and go with anybody but the grizzled young veterans. I need them to win this match.
I love ABC as a tag team as well, but you know what? No, I'm going to stick with ABC. But I could see. I feel like Mike Bailey and Trent Seven. This is going to lead to something between them, like a fight or something here.
Right.
I don't know. I just don't see them staying as a tag team in the long haul for things. Interesting. Right. I'm coming back to you, chat.
And I'm loving the fact that this card has elicited such response.
E comes in. WWE should work with TNA. Why not? You take their talent. Look at what WWE did to Brit Wrestling and ROH for all their developmental, rebooked old ROH feuds with Gabe, Evolve acting like it's new. Eye roll. I tell people all the time.
I agree.
They like to pretend like WWE. Oh, WWE found Seth Rollins. Sit down. Cut it out.
I mean, they got Punk. Kind of selfish, boy. Wow.
No, but I'm saying, listen, here's the truth of what happened. CM Punk and Bryan Danielson should be immortalized in Independent Wrestling Hall of Fame because they put up with WWE stuff and found a way to get over. And then once it worked with them, then they came for Rollins. Then they were like, who's that John Moxley guy? Go get him. They went and took everybody from the independents. Because remember, before that, it was, go find me, get me Sean Hubbard, who plays at what is it? I'm trying to think of a big school, UNLV. Go
Right.
get me Sean Hubbard, the lineman. We about to make something out of him. Him and Conrad about to be the new nasty boys for us. Okay. Like that's what they were doing before that. So we can't act like that either. Like they were definitely taking stuff. I'm on the east side with that. Everyone knows you utilize Tommy Dreamer by making him the mystery entrant in your battle. I interviewed someone one time, bro, and they said that Tommy Dreamer is the worst mystery entrant for a battle royal ever because he used to always come out with the polka dot pants and the garbage can and oh, it hurts. It hurts. AEW got a roster of 188 people. How many people do you see in a 5-hour span? They don't need any new people.
Agreed.
That is true.
That's a sound assessment.
Let me see here. I'm looking forward to the other new belt designs. I can't wait to see what the world title looks like. That's going to be fire. Keep the tag titles on ABC. That's right, Quills. Christ Angel says, Demond, same could be said about WWE. Christ, welcome to the chat. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. If you guys do, hit that like button for us if you're in the chat. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Hubbard Wrestling Weekly because when we do that Royal Rumble preview, or I almost said July, January 25th, you're not going to want to miss it. I blame the intern for that because he kept asking me about his birthday. So make sure you guys are rocking with us, locked in for that one. Sean, the next graphic I'm going to put up, I'm going to need you to just say you're going to keep it positive.
Sure.
Sucker. So for the X Division Championship, we have Chris Sabin defending against the legend Kushida and the AAA Mega Champion Vikingo. 3-way for the X Division title. This is going to be crazy, I think. It is old school meets new school meets, this is American style meets New Japan meets Mexico. I'm kind of hot for this match. I'm not going to lie. Keep it positive.
There's no way that this pay-per-view is going to come and go without Chris Sabin retaining the X Division Championship. He has to win this match, 100%. This is Chris Sabin's night. He needs to shine on this night, and he will.
You know what though? I think Vikingo is going to show out here just because Vikingo's been everywhere lately. And good for him. Like I said, AAA Mega Champion. And Kushida, I'm glad Kushida's getting to work here and he doesn't have to be in some silly, goofy, you know what I mean? Like
I agree.
I felt bad for him with the whole jacket time. Yeah, I mean, I know you're not a fan of the Back to the Future stuff. That's why I always say this. Sean is not a fan of the bubble jacket. Please see the 6-pack videos of Sean's rants on the bubble jacket.
I went crazy on the bubble jacket. But all jokes aside, Kushida's a tremendous wrestling talent. Little quirky in how he dresses, but that's neither here nor there. Chris Sabin wins this match, in my mind.
I'm with you. I'm going to say Sabin as well for the win. Matt says he's excited to see what the World and Knockouts title looks like, and he says Kushida for the win.
Okay.
Terrell also wants to see Kushida. Jocelyn says, "Oh, we know Chris Sabin's winning." Conrad got me with that one. What, the hand point? Motor City. Sabin retains, but it's going to be a good showing for all. This match is going to be 3 floppy boys having fun. Thank AEW and Kenny Omega for showcasing Vikingo, boy. I listen, Vikingo's been great since before then. Christ says, I like all 3. Okay. X Division title match may steal the show, but keep the title on Sabin. Let's go. I'll leave that there. I'm not even going to say anything else. Yes, they thought that was funny. Let's get into the main matches here, though. This one I'm excited for the debut. Josh Alexander, who is like a wrestling machine, and I don't say that lightly because of who it's associated with, going to be taking on Alex Hammerstone. If you have never seen Alex Hammerstone, he was the bodyguard for MJF and MLW in the Dynasty. Great work by all of those guys who were in it. Hammerstone is, if you ever saw someone who screamed WWE, Sean, it is Alex Hammerstone. Look at him.
Oh, yeah. That's like Vince's baby right there.
Gomez. Yes. I like this. I don't know. Like I said, we don't know how the contracts are going to be done because sometimes Impact would bring you in for the short term. Then it turns into the long term. I don't know what Hammerstone's going to be doing for a little bit after this, but if he's sticking around, I say give Hammerstone the win. That's my prediction. I think he's going to...
Alexander's going to be victorious.
Tell me why.
He deserves to win on a platform or on a stage like this, and I think he's the more accomplished wrestler as it relates to being over with the fans, without question.
Interesting.
I think it's kind of like if Alexander doesn't win, we riot, kind of a deal.
Okay. All right. PJ said Vikingo was number 8, I believe, on PWI before he ever showed on AEW. That man is supernatural. Alex Hammerstone from MLW. Oh, snap. Christ says this looks like a great show. I think it's going to be.
It is.
Alexander versus Hammerstone should be sponsored by Boar's Head Meat.
Like that, I'm lazy.
I hope Hammerstone wins. I wouldn't be mad if Alexander wins. That's how I feel. I think Hammerstone's going to win, but I wouldn't be mad. We can't disrespect Alexander like that. He's got to pick up the dub. I don't know. Well, the world title scene is why I don't feel that way. Dude, Alex Shelley has beat Sean. I remember we did predictions for that show. And I was like, if Alexander wins, it'd be cool, but I don't think he is. He wins, and he has beaten everybody. Mm-hmm. Everybody put in front of him. He has laid them down. As
he should.
Maybe things change.
He's Canadian. The Canadian, he's like a Canadian Kurt Angle.
That's a fact. Trinity, Jordan Grace for the Knockouts World Championship. There is some controversy that you mentioned earlier surrounding this, with Trinity possibly leaving and going back to the WWE. The WWE. What do you think, though? I
don't know why that makes me laugh like that. That's so funny.
That's because when Michael Cole gets tired of saying it, that's how it starts going. The WWE.
I'm very sad to say what I'm about to say. Because Trinity, and I like her, as a human, I like her, should never do what she's going to do, but she's going to do it. She's going to lose the title, and she's going to be in the Royal Rumble.
I could see her being in the Rumble. I mean, maybe she just got tired of not being around the fam, you know? Like, that's what she was used to all the time. Did she make her point? Maybe. Did she get more money? I don't know. And I'm going to save that argument for another time, too. This whole Sasha doesn't deserve Charlotte money. I'll save that for another week to argue about. But I hope that Trinity gets the bag when she goes back there, if she does. Yeah, I mean,
it's a double prediction. Trinity loses the title, and she will be in the Royal Rumble. I'm going on record, not happy to say that.
I hear you. So you got Jordan Grace winning this.
Jordan Grace just because of circumstances.
I think that they're going to swerve-a-roo us because it's TNA. Remember how I mentioned everybody in their mama thought Bobby Roode was winning the championship that night? I think Trinity wins here.
Okay.
And I think they give you a reason to go and watch their Snake Eyes show, which is their television tapings afterwards, which is going to be coming up. Actually, I want to scratch my pick for Hammerstone. I might have to go with Josh Alexander looking at this right now. I forgot to think about that.
Bro.
Sorry, Hammerstone. We going with Josh Alexander. You got to keep him strong for this dub right here. But they got a heck of a card coming up. Can't mess around with that. I'm just saying.
Pull that up one more time, bro. Look at that team on the left. Good God Almighty.
You know how much
that team on the left. Jeez, man. I mean, you talk about star power. That is top tier right there, bro.
You know how much sucking up they had to do to get Okada to even think about stepping foot back in TNA after that KO trash?
Yeah, you make a good point. That's true.
They said my man Scott D'Amore was apologizing. He wasn't even there when that happened. He didn't even work for the company. But he needed that to happen. And Hard to Kill's main event, world champion Alex Shelley will defend the title against... Hold on, I got to be on camera to do this. Moose. Does Alex Shelley do it again, Sean? Is he able to pull off a victory? At what point are these... I feel like we're at the point of these are no longer upsets.
Well, I said that the Motor City Machine Guns would have a good night. That Chris Sabin would be retained because of his lineage in TNA, and it's too big of a stage TNA wise to have him lose. But TNA also has to make a statement. They also have to make a statement. It can't be status quo across the board. I'm too opposite of naive to think that they're going to just go homegrown TNA across the board, which is why Moose will become the new heavyweight champion of the world.
Okay. I'm going to go opposite of you. I think that they stay the course. I think Alex Shelley gets the win and they prove we were always great, but now you need to be watching. And that's the.
And another case, my brother, where I would love to be wrong, but I'm thinking that Sabin walks out with the gold he walked in with, and unfortunately Shelley does not.
Okay. Let's see here. E saying that he'd rather see Monet and Trinity do a year in AEW. Could be. This should be a great women's knockout championship match. I would have thought Trinity wins before the reports came out. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Jocelyn, I wish I was wrong, but I think you're going to hear I'm amazing on January 27th, my sister.
Monet deserves that. I am the line money for sure.
Bring it to the top.
Okay, though. Don't ever write that again, E. Shelley is the real belt collector. He's got 7 titles at the moment. I believe it on the indie scene. Sabin, Shelley, and Okada talk about the ultimate all-star team. Ding dong, Gomez is gone. Everybody come home. Trinity wants to be with her husband, and we can't be mad at that. The bag will be better. We hope the bag will be better. There seems like there's some resentment because if the bag's better, why isn't Mercedes getting what Charlotte's getting? Charlotte's out.
Now you're starting to talk right, Conrad. That's 100% where I'm at with it, bro.
I'm just putting it out there. Moose is winning. Let's go. Upset alert, Terrell says. Shelley will be burned out from the 6-man tag and lose to Moose. Well, the 6-man tag's not until afterwards. After that. Let's see. Sir Quills, go watch New Year's Dash. Yeah, good show. To be fair, Moose was the last TNA heavyweight champion. Ooh.
Yeah, but he's not. That's true, BJ, but he's not a TNA original.
He was carrying the strap, though. He was feeling it.
That's true.
Yara, what's up, everybody? Did Sean Spaz on Twin yet? No, we're saving that for the main event, Guy Will Gamble. So get yourself a seat and get some popcorn.
Get your popcorn ready.
Quill said Alex Shelley should retain, but if Shelley doesn't retain, who will be the one to dethrone him? We need Moose to disgrace the World Championship again. We don't need Moose to disgrace it. If Trinity returns at the Rumble, she'll have new music.
You know
no.
Doug? Who said that? Was that
Doug?
Was it? You're right, Doug. And you know what? It's gonna be crappy too. Wow. Have they butchered some music in WWE? Good God Almighty.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. I'm gonna need them to step it up on the music front. Not gonna lie. Let me see. He said, "You know how that salary cap worked." Yeah, but what? So why? Here's my. I don't know. I don't understand this. Why should Charlotte get more money than Mercedes? I just don't agree with this. Mercedes been on television shows. She is the more mainstream person. If you ask me, out of the 4 horsewomen, who am I picking to be in a movie? Depending on the role, I would say more than likely Mercedes is going to fit the role before any of the other 3. I just don't see why she's not. Why you act like she's not good enough? It's weird. I think she believes in herself. This is the Punk thing all over. This is the Macho Man theory all over again. Stop putting me at 2 when I know I'm 1, and then you come and ask me for number 1 favors.
Yep.
Not happening.
Yep.
Def Rebels WWE's music group is garbage. Yes. Let's see here. Let's go. Let's get into this Battle in the Valley show as well. We're going to go through this card pretty quickly. Just going to run down the matches that are happening on his. And like I said, Triller TV has been kind enough to give us a code. So if you guys want to be considered in the chat for this code, I'm going to need you to put hashtag. Let's do what do you want to say, Sean? Let's just keep it simple. Hashtag NJPW if you want to be considered for the code for this. We're going to go through, and then if you guys want to be thought of for this, let us know. All right. Let's go. They have a little pre-show for this one. It's the kickoff match for what is this? Strong Survivor, powered by the New Japan Academy. Up here we have Matt Vandegrift. I have not seen either of these wrestlers perform yet, so this will be my first time versus Goldie.
I had the privilege of seeing Goldie perform. Dude is out of his mind in the greatest possible way. I'm not really familiar with Vandegrift's work, but Goldie is phenomenal in the ring.
Okay, nice. I'm going to keep an eye on that. So these are usually the kickoff matches. I don't know if they're going to have them in the black tights only like they do in New Japan. Should be good, though. The second kickoff match is going to be Viva Van versus Stephanie Vakor. If you've never seen CMLL, Stephanie Vakor, she is amazing. I could see her being signed by one of the bigger companies in the future if that's what she wants to do. But definitely a cool look. As you can see, the horns on her head and everything else. Definitely worth watching. And Viva Van, also really nice. So make sure you guys show some love.
I had the opportunity to sit down and talk with Viva Van a couple years ago. Really talented person.
Nice. Let's get into the first official match on the show. Whoops. Spoiler alert right there. We got Jacob Fatu, Fred Rosser, and Shota Umino, one of my favorites, taking on the team of Tom Lawler, Jorel Nelson, and Royce Isaacs. If you guys have seen him perform in NWA, tremendous performer. It's going to be a fun six-man tag here for this one. I'm going with Fred Rosser, Jacob Fatu, and Shota Umino here, though.
And we are standing in agreement, young sir.
Next up, we have ourselves a match here. This is going to showcase a bunch of different talent. Rocky Romero's in here. So we got Rocky Romero and Sobrano Jr. They're going to be taking on the team of Mascarada Dorada and Volador Jr. Going to be fun. For some reason, though, I feel like you're going to give Rocky Romero the dub in this one. I know he loses a lot when it comes down to like New Japan shows and everything, but I think Rocky and his team need the win in this one.
I actually predict Rocky Romero's team will be victorious as well.
Next up, we have TJP representing the United Empire taking on the new Bullet Club leader, David Finlay, who is the IWGP. Is it the Global Champion they're calling it now?
Global Championato.
Let's go. And I appreciate everybody who is putting up the hashtag NJPW. Christ said that he saw Viva and Defy. She is great. Nice. What do you think of this one, man? You can't go against David Finlay, man. He just got the belt. He's in a feud with Nick Nemeth before we start calling him Ziggles again.
He must retain. And he will.
Gotta give it to him for that one. The tag team scene, this is one that I've been interested in. We have Clark Connors and Alex Coughlin. I heard a rumor that Clark Connors' contract might be up soon, but that's one of those dirty rumors here.
Dirty behind-the-scenes jump-off rumors.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Phantasmo retains.
Yeah, they got to stick with Hikuleo and El Phantasmo. ELP, they're great. I think they're defending both belts. I can't tell if it's a winner-take-all match or not. It says the strong open-weight tag titles are on the line, but give me Hikuleo and ELP.
Yes, sir.
For the dub. Another women's match. This is the highly sought-after free agent. Actually, I'd say both of them should be. Julia from New Japan Pro Wrestling. She is the New Japan Strong Women's Champion. She is going to be taking on Trish Adora from you've seen her in Ring of Honor a lot. She's been rolling with Captain Sean Dean and his crew. So let's see here when it comes down to this one. I mean, I think Julia is going to keep the belt for as long as she sticks around, right?
Well, I've always said on pay-per-views such as this, you have to have at least one title change in my mind, and this is where I think it's going to happen. I think Trish Adora becomes a new champion.
Really? I see. I think this is gonna be my sleeper match. I think they're really gonna go out there and show out.
Yep.
So let's see. E says, speaking of New Japan, where's the game? Bushiroad's about to put out what looks like a banger of a Hunter x Hunter fighting game by the DBZ devs. I don't know, but I'll go for a New Japan wrestling game. He said Volador kind of looks like Lex Luger in that graphic. Hold on. I got to go back. I thought Alex Shelley when I saw, or not Alex Shelley,
He has
Alex Riley. Say it to my face.
I know what Gamble's talking about. It's the stance, that pose.
Yeah, that Royal Rumble 94, that look.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have a mystery person tag match. We got Zack Sabre Jr. and Bad Dude Tito representing TMDK versus Matt Riddle and a mystery person.
Matt Riddle's team's gonna win.
Who's the mystery partner?
Whoever it is, Matt Riddle's team's gonna win.
Hopefully it's not Matt Stryker coming out with them, but I don't. You can see Sean's face as soon as I said that.
He's gonna
Hold
win.
on. We gotta pull it up. We gotta pull it up for a second. Yeah. Is it Nick Nemeth? Are they gonna do that now?
No, because I think Nick Nemeth and Zack Sabre Jr. is on the same side, bro. They're cool with each other. I don't think they're gonna put them against each other.
Yo, you guys are terrible in the chat. These cats are cracking up about this Lex Luger. He said
was looking just like him. It's true.
He said it's the Bret Hart pose, the classic, the arms folded. You guys are killing me. Riddle is teaming with Twitter. I hope not. Riddle's partner is his parole officer, Randy.
Oh, easy with the savagery.
It's probably Tana. He has no match. His mystery partner better not be RVD. oh lordy. Riddle is going to I'm not saying nothing. Man, whoever is that partner, they're in a bad spot.
Yeah, you know what? I wish it was a career match.
Next up, we have the Continental Triple Crown Champion, Eddie Kingston, my boy, defending against Gabe Kidd. Gabriel Kidd's kind of making a name for himself. I don't know if you saw him and Ospreay going at it on Twitter. The little Instagram videos, they were going crazy.
He's doing his thing, but he's not going to walk out with the gold.
He's not ready for it yet. He got to put in some more work before he gets to there.
Yep.
Give it to Eddie.
I'm so proud of him.
Right? In our dual main event, these are the two big matches here. You're going to get Shingo Takagi versus Jon Moxley. Moxley demanded this be a no DQ match. Look out for the pop cans cut up and glued to a board. Shingo and Moxley should go at it, but I think this is going to be a tremendous matchup here.
Oh, man, I'm predicting somebody gets stapled in the face, and I love it. Look, no DQ. I'm not even picking a winner because I think we win by seeing this match.
Yeah, definitely a big dub. And if Moxley's going to continue to be involved with I don't know. I'm going with Moxley just because I think they're going to keep him involved with New Japan. BJ said Gabe Kidd's a WCPW original. He's come so far. I hope he's a big standout for them this year. I think he will be, BJ. I think he's going to step up. New Japan's all about elevating. They're in like a new period of elevating the younger guys now. I
think Gabe Kidd's career is going to skyrocket this year. I think his time will be 2025, but I think this year he's really going to arrive.
Shingo versus Mox at the G1 was great. Yeah. Would have liked this to be a regular match. Shingo can go. He's an ECW mark, though. Good choice. You leave that man alone. Do you think Moxley holds the IWGP World Championship this year? I don't know.
Yeah, I have my doubts.
I don't know. And in the main event, it's going to be Kazuchika Okada versus, announce it, Sean.
The best wrestler alive today. Will Ospreay. You know something? This is the best match money can buy. How can you go wrong? 2 top 10 talents, one of which I think is the best in the world today. This is worth going to Triller TV right now and ordering the pay-per-view just for this match alone. This is going to be 35 to 40 minutes of art, and I cannot wait.
It's money. It's money.
My
I don't even
God.
care who wins this. Honestly, this is going to be great.
Man. Unbelievable. Wow.
And I don't think people know this event's also on January 13th for the record, but I don't think people know. Did you know Will Ospreay and his team, the United Empire, are going up against Bullet Club in the first cage match in like 20 years? 20 years in New Japan. See how you keep a stipulation alive? You don't do it every year. 20 years. It should be great. I think give me Okada for the win. I think Tanahashi's on the let's make Okada happy trail.
Yes.
Because like I said, I think the last president was blowing that with him. So that's how I view it.
But I can't stress it enough. Ospreay versus Okada, like that's if they were in WWE, that's WrestleMania main event worthy. I can't even put into words how excited I am about this match.
Right? And let's see, this is a match we don't deserve at a low price. Oh. Man, I'm telling you. And someone in here is going to get to watch it for free. Like I said, put them hashtags in there, hashtag NJPW. Let me know that you guys want to see this. Okada facing himself, Hubs. I know he can wrestle, but approved 7 stars in the dome. Here funny. He goes.
Real funny. Look, the bottom. Okada's a top 7 or 8 talent. He is not. Will Ospreay's the best in the entire world.
Let me see here. So I don't know if this is on New Japan World. Matt Lopez says it's only with Japanese commentary. But if you guys want to watch it on Triller, like I said, it's on here for free. So
yeah,
we can go back through and we'll announce a winner by the end of tonight's show. I see you, Christ. I see you in there. I see you. He wants to make sure it's known. He wants it. And Joel also confirmed English commentary only on Triller.
One thing I got to say about Joel, I don't know how he has all the Triller TV insights, but shout out to Joel because he seems to know what's going on over there. Big shout out to you, my G.
Yep, and he confirmed what Matt said too. Japanese commentary on New Japan World. Thank you.
You must know somebody over there, Joel. Yeah, I think you're keeping secrets.
Well,
yeah, we've arrived.
We're here.
You're damn right we've arrived.
We're here. Yeah, it's time to talk about the shakeup of the 2-man announced teams on SmackDown Raw. I'm kidding.
It's official. Michael Cole no longer on SmackDown. That's the. That's not what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen.
If you smell, last week The Rock made his return for the millions. I know that whoever's listening to this just said it, and millions of Rock's fans across social media. Apparently, he broke CM Punk's records already. How this has happened, I don't know, but people care. The Rock's back. What are they gonna do? What's gonna happen? What are you gonna do, brother? Sean, come on now. Give me your thoughts, bro. Sean, I called Sean immediately. The fans went crazy. Listen, it's bad. When my wife calls me and says, "Did The Rock come back?" I know. She did the same thing with Punk. Did CM Punk come back? I was like, that's how I know she's tapped in. When people are talking about it on her feed on social media. Come on, Sean. You said you wanted. That's twice now in less than a year. He done came back for you now. This is what you wanted. This is what you asked for.
I don't give a damn.
I'm muting myself. It's all yours.
I am so sick of how freaking gullible the wrestling world has become. He can't. So what, BJS? He can't. So what, Easy? Give me a break. I'm not embarrassed about a damn thing. I'm not embarrassed about a damn thing. The Rock's coming back for a payday. The Rock's coming back to steal a WrestleMania main event. It makes me sick. You know why I predicted Rock wasn't coming? By the way, my prediction about Cody not finishing the story at WrestleMania, very much going to be true. So 50-50. So let's not focus on, you guys want to focus on what I'm wrong about? Focus on what I'm right about. Give me a freaking break. Give me a freaking break. The Rock comes back. All you guys go back to 1999 like you're 14-year-old girls. It makes me want to throw up. The Rock is a movie star, and he is stealing a main event from guys who bust their tail every single. Who the hell does this guy think he is? Who the hell? No. Who the hell does this guy think he is? He's just going to stroll it. Just when I thought I didn't see more of a selfish hypocrite than Cody Rhodes. Oh, Rock proved me wrong. Oh, here comes the biggest hypocrite of them all. Here comes Dwayne Johnson stealing a WrestleMania main event. Give me a freaking break. Yes, I predicted he wouldn't come back. Wow, I was wrong. How many things have I been right about? Many things. But at the end of the day, I was wrong about The Rock, and I've never been sadder to have been wrong in my life because The Rock makes me sick. I am sick and tired of you people, intelligent.
Who's us people?
Intelligent, smart wrestling fans jumping out of your chairs and acting like this guy is doing us a favor. He's not. He's not. Rock coming back doesn't help the product. I'll admit, just to prove that I'm not completely out of my mind, CM Punk coming back helps the product. Oh yeah, CM Punk coming back helps the product. Rock coming back doesn't help the product. Give me a break. Rock coming back doesn't do a damn thing except boost the ratings for what, 3 months? And let's not even call it 3 months. How many times is Rock going to be on TV until WrestleMania? 4? 3? 5? While people like Seth freaking Rollins bust his tail night in and night out. How many more people, Conrad, chat, wrestling world, are going to leapfrog this guy? How many more people? He gets leapfrogged by Cody Rhodes. He gets leapfrogged by CM Punk. And now he gets leapfrogged by The Rock. Good God almighty. The Rock, Vinny, my friend, is a top 4 wrestler of all time. That doesn't mean he deserves to be in the main event of WrestleMania. Good God, man. Oh, well, Stone Cold came by. No, my brother, no. Stone Cold came back. Stone Cold was the main event of WrestleMania. Stone Cold was the main event of WrestleMania Night 1. And that did far more for Kevin Owens than it did for Stone Cold Steve Austin. What is it going to accomplish to have Rock come back and win the title, or Rock come back and lose the title match against Roman Reigns? Oh, Roman Reigns loses to The Rock. Roman Reigns beats The Rock. You know what's going to happen? Win, lose, or draw? Huh? You know what's going to happen? Win, lose, or draw? The Rock's going to go bye-bye. Bye-bye. The Rock's going to go bye-bye. And all you people who were so excited to see The Rock interrupt Jinder, you know who I wish it was Jinder Mahal all by himself. I wish the former WWE champion that they brought out, Jinder Mahal should have had a 30-minute promo for what I saw that night. Good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. The Rock comes back, everybody loses their freaking minds. Are you forgetting this is the same guy who said that WrestleMania 39 was locked in and somehow it went astray? Give me a freaking break. I am sick and tired of the wrestling world stopping on its axis when The Rock decides to grace us with his presence. Yes, Vinny. Yes, Vinny. Rock's pops are different. He's The Rock. You're not going to hear me say some ignorant crap like, The Rock sucks. The Rock is not a good wrestler. The Rock is not a Hall of Famer. You never heard me say some stupid crap like that. What I said is, The Rock does not deserve to be in the main event of... You know who else doesn't deserve to be in the main event of WrestleMania? CM Punk doesn't deserve to be in the main event of this year's WrestleMania. Absolutely not. Cody Rhodes did not deserve to be in the main event of WrestleMania 39. I am so sick of people coming back. How many times are we going to see returns of these long-awaited superstars who come back to grace us with their presence and steal the spotlight from people who bust their tail every single freaking week? Seth Rollins, the Usos, Solo Sikoa. I mean, my God, every single week you're sitting up here and taking these people for granted. That's what you're doing. You're taking who are coming back to steal the main. So at the end of the day, give me a break, man. These people bust their tails, put their I'm being dead serious now. People put their lives on the line for you, for me, every single week, hoping for a chance to main event a WrestleMania. And this guy comes out of nowhere and steals the spotlight, the main event spotlight from a guy who's been busting his tail every single week. So what? I was wrong about The Rock coming back. Big freaking deal. You should be angry that I was wrong. You should be pissed off that I was wrong. Because me being wrong means people like Seth Rollins, like Jey Uso, like Drew McIntyre get put on the back burner for a freaking movie star. It's wrong. And I'm so tired of people acting like it's not wrong. People sit up here and talk about Roman Reigns like a dog because Roman Reigns misses 3 and 4 and 5 shows in a row. At least Roman Reigns comes back every once in a while. Oh, but we're going to sit up here and do a backflip for The Rock coming back during WrestleMania season to steal a main event? Steal a main event. I put Rock unequivocally in the top 4 professional wrestlers to ever breathe in oxygen. But The Rock does not deserve to be the main event of WrestleMania. Give me a break. You should be angry, Conrad. You should be angry, Easy, and Vinny, and Jocelyn, and BJ, and Quilly, and Gamble. You should be angry that I'm wrong. The Rock doesn't deserve to come back and be the main event of WrestleMania. You tell me The Rock's coming back to be in a preliminary match at WrestleMania, I have no problem with that. None. But Seth Rollins, and I'm focused more on Seth Rollins than anybody else, Seth Rollins has been waiting his whole freaking life. His whole freaking life for an opportunity like this. And you know what he's going to get? Nothing. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins should be the main event of WrestleMania Night 1. And Cody Rhodes, even though I don't like it, from a storyline perspective, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns should be the main event of Night 2. And that is unequivocal. And anything outside of that is wrong. Because somebody who deserves it gets bumped out of the way. And if nobody else will stand up and say it's wrong, I will. So yes, I was wrong. The Rock is back. Big freaking deal.
So I was happy that The Rock came back. I view The Rock situation differently than you, Sean. I feel like The Rock stated multiple times before this that he was done. The Rock wants to retire. He's 52, about to be 52, something in that range, right? Why on earth would The Rock want to wrestle another match? The last 2 times he wrestled, he got hurt badly, and it messed up the movie contracts. You can't be out there doing that. It's messing up your money. It messes up other people's money, the people who do makeup, all that stuff. Anybody who's involved with whatever movie he's a part of. But his family wants him to do it. So he's like, all right. I guess we can sit and talk and let's see how we can do this. And they basically gave Roman this gimmick for this match with The Rock. This match has been talked about since, what was WrestleMania in Tampa, 37? Because then it was Texas, right? So they've been talking about this match since then, bro. Since then. They knew that they wanted to do this. Everyone was like, let's hold off and do it in LA because LA's closer to Rock. Maybe this is what's going to happen. Rock said it was locked in. I don't believe Rock stories. As you could tell if you've listened to him on Joe Rogan or anything recently, Rock's capping a little bit on some of the stuff where he doesn't know anymore what he's saying because he's talking to so many different people. The Rock doesn't have to come back anymore. That's the point where he's at, Sean. I mean, that to me, this is just what it is. If he's coming back to wrestle a match, Rock never comes back to wrestle a match. He checked that box. Rock never comes back. He showed up twice in the past year. He's checked those boxes. They put Jinder Mahal out there because they knew no matter what, nobody likes Jinder Mahal.
I was kidding about the Jinder Mahal promo, by the way.
I hope so, because if you saw my face when you said 30 minutes, I was like, I'm good on that.
I was kidding.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, that stuff's going to happen. And I see some people in the chat, like, garbage talking CM Punk a little bit. I'm a huge CM Punk fan. Guess what?
Did you internalize what I said about CM Punk?
Which part about CM Punk? Because you said a lot.
CM Punk doesn't deserve to be main event of WrestleMania either, but he deserves it more than The Rock. I love The Rock. And you know who else deserves it more than The Rock? Jey Uso deserves it more than The Rock. There's a lot of people that deserve it more than The Rock. There's a lot of people who deserve it more than Cody Rhodes, but I digress.
There's a lot of people who are upset. The only people who I see that are upset by a lot of this are the Cody Rhodes fans. They don't want to see Rock in this spot because now we have ourselves a weird booking thing where things are going into where do we put him? And we're going to get into that in a second here. That's what I want to talk about. But The Rock coming back was good for business. It showed the Raw numbers skyrocketed up when he came out on television.
Of course it's going to
But Sean, you're saying wrestling fans be smarter. He drew the people in. He did what he was going to do. He did what they wanted. It makes a lot of sense. The real question is, what's WWE's motive with this? What message are you sending to Cody? What message are you sending to free agents? What message are you sending to sponsors? What message are you sending to the locker room by doing this?
Conrad, you work on a job forever. You bust your tail forever. And then they bring in a new guy. Somebody who's been there before, maybe the old boss comes back, and all of a sudden that promotion that you were in line for just goes away. I mean, I felt just as strongly about this when Ronda Rousey stole Sasha Banks' Royal Rumble win. I don't understand this premise of like, oh, let's bring somebody in, treat them like gold, and the people that have been busting their tail for you day in and day out get put on the back burner. That's what this whole thing's about, chat. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. It is not about The Rock per se. The Rock is just a person that represents this situation, similar to the way CM Punk did. People who bust their tail day in and day out for you do not deserve to get put on the back burner for people who show up at the last minute. It's wrong. Why am I the only one who feels this way?
Like I said, I just think Vinny brings up a good point. It's like, well, if The Rock doesn't show up, he doesn't love WWE, but then when he does, he's taking a spot. He can't win. How does Rock win in this situation? What's he supposed to do? You think Rock's people are going to be like, no, go out there, be the fourth match? No, you're The Rock. No, you can't do that.
Who asked that question?
No, Vinny said that. When The Rock doesn't show up, he doesn't love WWE, but then when he does, he's taking a spot.
At the end of the day, Rock showing up is something I've always wanted. Conrad, tell the people or me.
No, you've always said that.
I've always wanted The Rock to show up. The Rock, all I've wanted from The Rock over the past 7 to 10 years is to show up once a year. That's all I've ever asked of him. Show up once a year. Show your face once a year. He's shown his face twice. I'm very happy that he's back. Be clear. I know people think I'm out of my mind because I'm going back. No, I have no problem with The Rock showing up. By the way, my prediction was The Rock wouldn't wrestle. That's not official.
Oh, yes, and I meant to correct that too, but your rant was super long and I lost my spot.
Yeah, The Rock. My prediction that he's not going to wrestle. So that technically is still up in the air. But at the end of the day, Rock coming back's not the issue. Rock taking the spot. See, let me say this again. CM Punk too. I love The Rock. I love CM Punk. They don't deserve to get nods over people that have been busting their tail all year long. Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's going to come back and get an Intercontinental title match. Is that right? That's wrong.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know that yet. If that's the match,
speculating that's going to be the case.
Let me say this too. I see a lot of people laughing at Punk.
Kingston can't even get on TV. He's wrestling tonight. He can't even get on TV.
Yeah,
come on, bro.
That's a fact. Now look, Punk keeps getting leapfrogged by Rock. Seems like karma. And I saw Sick had his Punk jokes too. Listen, ha ha ha. I get it. Laugh all you want. But Shaw's talking about people who deserve it. Well, did CM Punk deserve to be the second match on Forbidden Door when I went against Kojima?
No.
Kenta didn't want to work with him? What is that garbage? Like, come on, man. The more time has passed, I feel like more people are starting to say, I see what CM Punk was talking about now. Because some of these dudes are wilding out. Like, there's no way you could tell me that he deserved that. When he was your number one draw, he was the number one merch seller in WWE and AEW at the same time. I mean, you could laugh at that. You could say it's karma all you want.
Let me take this to a year ago. Since people want to sit up here and say that I'm singling out The Rock. By the way, Conrad, you're my witness. You know I love The Rock. You're very aware that I love The Rock. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I telling you?
No, you're a Rock fan.
Okay, now, Cody Rhodes winning the 2023 Royal Rumble is a bunch of garbage. Garbage. First of all, he came back at WrestleMania 38, which was fine. He got hurt. I'm not knocking him for being hurt. He comes back and wins John Cena winning the Royal Rumble in 2008. The list goes on and on and on and on. It's like, is Cody going to be back? Well, if Cody's back, sorry, Joe Blow. We said that you might win the Royal Rumble this year and change your whole freaking life. But sorry, Cody made it back 2 weeks in advance, so we're gonna give Cody the nod. Sorry, Jey Uso. I know we said you're gonna be challenging for the Intercontinental Championship against Gunther at WrestleMania, but you know what? We just got word that Brock is coming back, so we're gonna have you fight your brother. Like, are you serious, bro? I'm obviously, coming up with stuff off the top of my head, but at the end of the day, the premise is still the same. McKinney always gives me a hard time in a respectful, loving way as a brother. And even he agrees with me. McKinney always challenges me. But McKinney must see what I'm saying. He says, I've always said that's why I agree. If you keep bringing back old stars to take main event spots, what does that tell everyone who deserves it? Thank you, bro. That's all I'm saying. You can't keep doing this. The morale of the people you have, and then Rock's going to go away. CM Punk's going to get in trouble again, Conrad. I'm just saying that to be facetious. And then people that are still here are going to be like, oh, now you need me for Backlash. Now you need me for SummerSlam. Now you need me for Survivor Series. Now you need me for Unforgiven, for No Mercy.
So, Sean, let me say this. It sounds like the beef, though, is more with Triple H than it is with – it's with creative. It's with how they're doing things then. At the end of the day, Nick Khan's looking at the numbers. He don't care about whose feelings get hurt. He's like, yo, put that on him. We're making money with that. Let's do that. This isn't Gomez McMahon's world anymore to where he did things. He had more of his heart in some of the stuff where he was like, nah, that's my guy. I gotta roll with him. You know, I promised the dude this. Let's do this. It's not the family run business anymore. This is corporate AF, if I can say that. This is corporate now. They're gonna be about that money no matter what. And I see people.
That's what Vinny's saying. And you're not hearing me say to you or Vinny that that's wrong, that money's not the bottom line. What I'm trying to say is that this whole thing has been very distorted. And you can call me naive for this one. Oh, yeah, you can call Sean Hubbard naive for saying that loyalty to the people who have been in the trenches with you is more important than money. I'll wear that badge of honor, and I'll wear it proudly.
I just think loyalty's dead to a lot of people, so they just don't believe in it.
Then that's a big problem then, Conrad.
Well, because they've learned other people won't be loyal to them. I went to business school. That's what they taught us. Like, hey, people will backstab you, do all this stuff. Don't give yourself to someone because they might get you. Roman Reigns. I'm
sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Roman Reigns and Rock sounds more like a Saudi show. Christ says. I don't. No, I don't see that. That could be an argument. We're gonna get more into that though, Christ.
It sounds like a WrestleMania match, Christ. It sounds like a WrestleMania match. I just don't think it's the correct one.
Vinny says the night one main event will always be the consolidation WrestleMania main event. Night two is the true main event.
A lot of people feel that way.
The Rock made it clear he wants nothing to do with those shows. There were reports that he was going to leave to leave WWE if Vince had sold to them. Ooh, did not know that. Rock is a promoter, a PR guy, a marketer. He is going to elevate. He's in the top 4. Everybody's just kind of giving their opinions and going back and forth on it. Punk has been ducking Kenta. Kenta had the chance to do the match in Toronto. I was there. He said that I want a bigger bag. Who are you? Like, yo, I don't get it, man. As much as people talk all that mess, when Tony Khan says CM Punk was his number 1 guy, you had him in the opener of All In Wembley, and Punk and Joe went out there and killed it. And then he takes pictures backstage smiling. All of a sudden last week, Sean, AEW is the safest place to work. Weren't you in fear of your life like 3 months ago? What? What are you talking about, bro? This stuff is weird, man. Maybe Punk can main event night 4 of a buy 3, get 1 free. Yeah, listen. Lariat, Kojima. Look, end of the day, they got an issue with this, and I'm with what Sean said. This is a Triple H problem. This is not The Rock's fault. This is not Roman's fault. Triple H allows what is going to happen. He allows what is dictated. Him, Nick Khan, and the rest of the homies. So if Roman says, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, or this is why we're going with this, then that's what it's going to be. So we find ourselves in a pickle here, Sean. Cody wants his match. And I've told you for a long time, Cody is the key to the castle. If you want MJF to sign with you later on, if you want so-and-so to sign with you later on, insert whatever your favorite talent is. They're watching to see how you treat Cody. Does this sway someone away? A Wardlow, a Ricky Starks maybe. If they see this, oh, Rock showed back up, and he's going to get the spot now.
Right.
Are you swayed away by this if Cody's not in the main event? Does Rock have to be on WrestleMania night 1? Chat, same question for you guys. Does The Rock have to main event WrestleMania? Can they do the chamber? Is the chamber big enough? Or is this, because I heard Eric Bischoff and the homies and all them say, like, well, Australia's got a 60,000 seat state. That's not the same as WrestleMania. That's not the same PR. Rock is definitely coming back to promote the UFL. He's coming back to do that. I don't care what you say. He wants to partner with the NFL. He's going to want the most eyes on this that he can get. I throw it back to you, sir.
Like I said, anything I say is kind of gonna be like taken like I'm just sour grapes. I've reeled it into the point where people should understand where I'm coming from. Like I said, it comes down to loyalty to me. And like I said, if I have to be stuck with a big N for naive for believing that loyalty should mean more than money, then I'll be that guy, because the Seth Rollins, the Jey Usos of the world deserve better than what they're getting. And at the end of the day, as much as I think Rock is probably a top 3 wrestler to ever live, it's not right that he gets into the WrestleMania main event. It wasn't right that Cody got into the WrestleMania event last year, and it's not going to be right that CM Punk's going to get it this year. I mean, it's just one of those things, man. It's unfortunate, and it's not CM Punk's fault. It's not even. Matter of fact, the more you talk, the more you make me realize it's probably not even The Rock's fault. It's just a tough situation. It's a tough situation. I'm Leezy, I see you. It's a tough situation to deal with from somebody who knows this. But I have people that I work with and are friends with that are in the wrestling business. Big shout out to my good friend TJ Marconi. He's been in WWE, is wrestling the independent circuit right now. This is somebody that's busted his tail his whole life to be a success in the wrestling business. You know, wrestled for promotions all over the world. Very successful, and still chasing his WWE dreams, right? Or AEW dreams, or what have you. I would hate to see a guy like that, and I believe it's going to happen for him. Big shout out to TJ. Going to get to the WWE one day and scratch and claw his way to the main event slot just to have somebody come back after Seth Rollins retires, and Seth Rollins becomes a big movie star, and then Seth Rollins comes back and steals his spot. You got to understand, people wait their whole life for an opportunity like this. There are people, let me put it in perspective for you, Conrad, and for the chat. At the end of the day, there are people that are destined to not main event WrestleMania. There are people who just don't have it. There are people that want to be in WWE, and that's as big as they're going to get. They got a match on Raw, that's as high as they're going to get. They got a match on a pay-per-view, that's as high as they're going to get. And I want you guys to really internalize this. This is not one of my typical Rock rants, typical Jey Uso rants. Listen to what I'm saying and really internalize this thing. Imagine you work your whole life and you weren't that guy. You were never going to be a WrestleMania main event. Never. But you made it to Raw. Or you were never going to be that guy, but you made it to a pay-per-view. Or you actually won a championship, right? But imagine if you became that guy. What if you weren't supposed to be that guy or that girl? But the clouds parted and the stars aligned and you worked hard over 10 years, 7 years, 5 years, 12 years, 15 years. And you know what? All of a sudden, the fans are starting to get behind you. All of a sudden, the office is starting to recognize you. And it's around December, January, and you're being considered to win the Royal Rumble. Or you're being considered, because we now know the Elimination Chamber is just like a ticket to WrestleMania 2. You're considered to win Elimination Chamber. And right at the doorstep of your life's dream coming true, they bring somebody in to take your spot. I don't know about you, but that's a heartbreaking situation for me. And I'm never going to be an advocate for that. That's what this whole thing has been about for me, Conrad. I'm tired of seeing deserving guys. Rock had his time. Rock is one of the greatest of all time. But imagine if Rock going into WrestleMania 2000 when he was at the top of his game. Now, he turned out that he lost that match, which he never should have. That's another story for another day. But Rock going into WrestleMania 2000, about to beat Triple H for the world title. Like I said, he ended up winning it at Backlash. That's stupid, but another story for another day. And then all of a sudden, a month before WrestleMania 2000, Vince gets a call from Stone Cold Steve Austin, who's been on the shelf for a year. Hey, by the way, just want to let you know I'm ready to go. And then Stone Cold took Rock's spot. Would that have been fair to The Rock? I don't think so. I would have been on my soapbox shouting the same thing I'm shouting now back then. If you earn it, you should get it. And it should never be taken away from you because somebody is coming in that's going to make you more money. That's not loyal, and it's not right. And nobody can convince me differently.
I mean, look at WrestleMania 18. Rock probably should have went on last that night too, but they didn't. They had Triple H, and that was the old timer thinking of the belt must be on last. McKinney said Australia has a large population of Samoans. Why wouldn't you do it there? It's perfect international news for the UFL. The UFL is, I think The Rock is smarter than Vince when it comes to this, because The Rock's goal is to partner with the NFL and be their farm league. Vince was trying to go against the NFL. So for the international market, I mean, are they going to show this all over? I don't see it. I don't see it being. People here don't want to watch it, and we can go to the games. I just don't see it. You know what I mean? Do you agree? Am I wrong there, Sean?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I just don't see it being big enough. Christ says Danielson will tell you wrestling at Wrestle Kingdom was a bigger achievement than the WrestleMania main event. It's not the goal for everyone.
Yeah, goal for most.
Yeah, most people want to wrestle at WrestleMania. I'm not gonna lie on that either. When you're an all-time great, you main event multiple WrestleManias. That's how it's always been.
No argument. That's not what I'm talking about, Vinny. I agree with you on that. That's not
I think his comment was to the one above.
Oh, okay. Got you.
It's a cold world. No blankets. Wolverines up 7-0 on the opening drive, by the way. Michigan.
You know, I'm going to watch WrestleMania just like you guys are going to watch WrestleMania. I'm happy to see Rock in the ring, but it is what it is.
So listen, we know the Royal Rumble. They're doing this fatal 4-way for the championship. LOL, Roman wins. I'm not even going to waste my time with this. But you have choices right here, Sean, as far as Perth. Do you want to do the match there? Do you want to do the match at WrestleMania? What is the best way for them to promote and do this match, in your opinion? Where do you go? How do you get away from this? Is it Rock wins at WrestleMania or he wins at the Royal Rumble? I don't think that's the smartest thing to do. Is it Rock just does the chamber match and you let Cody main event at Mania and finally take the belt off Roman? I don't think that's the best thing to do either. I don't know what the answer is here to set. Someone's going to be mad. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Someone's going to be mad about this. Either Rock's going to be mad, Cody's going to be mad, Roman's probably going to be mad if he finds out he got to put over Cody. But
to lighten the mood a little bit. Clearly, my prediction is not going to come true. The Rock is going to wrestle. So I was wrong about that. But at the end of the day, I think the best way they can do it now is The Rock is in the fold. I think I'm going to definitely be right about Cody not finishing the story at WrestleMania. I mean, you can't have Rock versus Roman Reigns at any place other than WrestleMania. So I think Rock coming back to do Elimination Chamber defeats the purpose. So
can Cody lose another match to Roman in between, or do not do that, or it'll kill the buzz?
I think it will kill the buzz. I think at the end of the day, I think I'm gonna go 50% on my two big predictions. I think Rock is gonna wrestle, which I'll be wrong about, and Cody will not finish the WrestleMania story, which I'm gonna be right about. You cannot have Rock versus Roman. If you're gonna do Rock versus Roman, it has to be at WrestleMania. There is no other alternative.
It's hard out
here. And Cody's gonna be mad, and Cody's gonna be furious.
Yeah, that boo-boo face was real last year when he came off the bus. I keep telling people that he was mad. Christ says they're going to do whatever the biggest draw is. I definitely agree with that. I think they're going to do whatever's going to make them the money. Just have Rock confront Roman.
I will say this, though. If Rock really wanted to make these next 3 months count or 4 months count, you guys should check my Instagram. Some of you guys did. I have a really cool storyline that could work if they worked it the right way. You can have a Rock versus Cody storyline leading into WrestleMania where Cody's pissed about The Rock taking his spot. That would be epic. But that's a good idea, and you know what that means.
Right. McKinney says England comes out for those NFL games, so I'm pretty sure they're watching, so they're promoting does the UFL good, but the Elimination Chamber is the best choice for the fans and the roster. Remember this one. And I think he's still writing. Vinny says, guys, we keep forgetting that they're not taking the title off Roman, so Rock makes more sense because the Cody backlash, if he loses 2 years in a row, will be awful. Cody pipe bomb promo incoming? Could be. What up, Mike?
What up, Mike? BJ's pipe bomb promo comment ties into what I put on my Instagram. Cody in the storyline, well, Cody in real life too, but Cody in the storyline should be furious about this. Absolutely furious he should be about this. That would be excellent. Imagine a Rock Cody promo face to face. Yo, that's Dwayne while you're laying there. Hopefully, as I love it, BJ. Very smooth.
All I want to tell you guys is this: there has only been one time that I was ever worried if Punk was going to be able to deliver the goods on the mic, and this was the day I knew never to doubt CM Punk again. It was that night he got in the ring with Rock, and he hit him with the Nas line about, you know what, Rock, sometimes your arms are too short to box with God. And I was like, yo, CM Punk is wild for that. And he actually came back at Rock about, you can say your nursery rhymes, you can say all the stuff that you're going to say and be funny, Dwayne, but I'm the best champ ever. I'm the best. And Punk held it down. Even in the beginning, he sounded like he might have been a little nervous, but then he got his composure and knocked it out of the park. I need people to put some respect on CM Punk's name. Listen, Punk knows what he's doing.
There's only one way to make this right. There's only one way to win. First of all,
Stone Cold main event night 1 with Punk, Seth opener, and then we go. I'm kidding, Seth fans. I'm kidding.
No, there's only one way to make this right, and it's a way that I just don't think will ever happen. The only way to make this right is to have Punk versus Seth night 1. And it has to be Rock, Cody, and Roman Reigns in a triple threat night 2.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't like it either. I'm saying that's the only way to make it right.
To where everybody's satisfied. Yeah. Elimination triple threat too. Ugh.
Right.
Yeah, they'd have to do something. I've used that line ever since. It was so well placed and landed. It was, Beach. It was. Even Christ said Punk owned The Rock on the mic that night. I won't say he owned him. I thought Punk held his own though. When The Rock loses, I hope someone throws a rubber chicken in the ring.
Yo, terrible. Come out on the mic and say, "Who the hell do you think you are, Rock?" That's what he should do. I don't understand. That's money.
But Sean, that's interesting TV. You know what that means? Let's not make anyone mad. Cody breaks the fourth wall. Hey, Kenny. Hey, Bucks. Hey.
And you know what that's kind of crazy. And then the fans would have to choose between Rock and Cody. Oh my God. Yo, why are we the only ones who think about stuff like this?
Because we want a good show. I'm not gonna lie, that's what I would want a show to do. Is I want all these guys mad at each other. That I want Punk to come out and be like, Rock, what are you doing here? I'm doing the same thing you're doing here, Jack. And then Seth comes out and runs them both down. Like, you both shouldn't be here. I'm sick of both of you. And you could build into a big 4-on-4 match before WrestleMania. Could you imagine? The ratings would be bonkers.
And CM Punk and The Rock are not cool? You just talked about it.
Well, and are we talking kayfabe or in?
No, we're talking about in storyline. Yeah,
in storyline. They wouldn't be cool with each other. Punk, I'm trying to main event WrestleMania. Get up out of here.
This would be a good idea. You know what that means. I mean, you have all these combustible elements. Like, let's take away the fact that I'm not happy The Rock is back with this whole story. The Rock's back. Now we're switching gears. I'm dealing with it, right? Let's make this the best thing possible. This could be the greatest main event in WrestleMania history.
Touche.
Imagine CM Punk versus Seth Rollins versus Cody. Fatal 5-way elimination. Good God Almighty!
I think you should do a big 8-man tag. Rock looked out of breath. I'm not gonna front about that, but I know it's gonna take some time to get the conditioning back up. But Rock looked like he been benching.
Jocelyn, listen to you.
You all know the real forbidden door. Oh no. So do the Wrestle Kingdom press conference. Cody is going to give Punk non-alcoholic beers. They might do that. They might. Listen, I made a bold prediction. I think Seth Rollins wins at WrestleMania against Punk. If that's the match, Rollins wins.
Listen, I'm going to say it again. I was wrong about Rock wrestling probably, but I am 100% right. Cody is not going to finish the story at WrestleMania.
I'm just saying.
It's not looking good. You got to admit it's not looking good.
It's not. It's not. Our predictions are wild. Go back and check out last week's show if you guys haven't already. I highly recommend it. I'm just going to the chat real quick. We're about to get up on out of here. I know Raw's starting right now.
BJ!
Yes.
Come on now, BJ!
Makes you wonder what the writers are doing, though. He said, would it be the two men who want and deserve to be in the main event versus two men who want the top WrestleMania spot for the money, but none of them like each other? I dig it.
The story writes itself. The story writes itself. Ugh.
Listen, we're going to have an abrupt ending to this. Sean, check the chat real quick in there. And I'm going to let you announce the winner. And the winner can get at me. I'm on all social medias at EPW Show. Send me a message and we will get you your code for Triller TV. The winner is going to get to watch the Battle in the Valley event. So let's get it. Sean, you want to announce the winner?
Absolutely. We are really excited to announce the winner for this contest. Big shout out to McKinney. I see you, McKinney. I'm picking the Wolverines to win as well. But yes, big shout out to the winner of this contest because we really appreciate all of you guys. And we're talking about the guy who I consider to be the best wrestler in the world. And I think the two guys that everybody considers two of the top 10 best wrestlers in the world. Congratulations to Chris. You will be watching Battle in the Valley for free on Saturday night, courtesy of Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, EPW Clash of the Podcast, and courtesy of Triller TV.
I don't know if I was saying it wrong, if it's Chris or Christ, but Christ, get at me. I'm on Twitter, Instagram. Just let me know how you're going to message me, and I will get you that code. I'm going to take the reins here. I'm going to wrap it up this week for us.
Christ, if it's Christ. I apologize, Chris.
Me, yes, you. Yes, you won.
Congratulations, my G.
She won.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, she said.
She's still my G.
That's right, G. So send me a message and I'll get you that code and I'll tell you how to redeem it on Triller TV for Battle in the Valley. Watch TNA Hard to Kill. Make sure you subscribe to Shaw's channel. January 25th, it's going down. Royal Rumble talk. Me, him, Pro Wrestling Shoot. You're going to want to be there. Stay tuned in with me and Sean. Me and Derek going live Wednesday after Dynamite. We're going to be in the building. Let's get it. For myself and my co-host, Sean Hubbard of Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. Join us next week live at 6:05 when you are here in the mothership, baby, if you will, for a Clash of the Podcast. We love you all, and we'll see you all next week. And remember, hit him with it, Sean.
Evil never prevails. God bless.